In the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, where the waters stretch infinitely and the horizon seems boundless, a tale of peril and unexpected twists unfolds. Somali pirates, notorious for their audacious raids on merchant vessels, found themselves face to face with a formidable adversary, a Chinese warship sailing under the banner of maritime security. But what motivates the Somali pirates to take on a Chinese warship, knowing the risks involved? How did the Chinese warship respond to the threat posed by these pirates? And importantly, who emerges victorious in this high-stakes game of cat and mouse? And what are the repercussions? So, the Somali pirates, notorious for their daring raids on ships, targeted a seemingly vulnerable Chinese cargo ship. It was the beginning of a gripping saga, an intense clash on the high seas. But what these pirates didn't anticipate was a swift response of not just one, but 3 Chinese Navy ships, supported by the Indian Air Force, lurking nearby. What ensued was a moment of celebration for the pirates as they secured what seemed like their biggest catch yet. However, their celebration was short-lived as the full force of the Chinese Navy swiftly descended upon them. But before we delve deeper into this dramatic confrontation, let's rewind to a similar event that unfolded in 2009. Back in 2009, Somali pirates, operating hundreds of nautical miles away from the shore, seized a Chinese cargo ship known as the Day Shanghai. This incident underscored their resolve to evade foreign naval patrols and prey upon vulnerable vessels traversing the Indian Ocean. With 25 Chinese crew members on board, the ship was hijacked by pirates some 550 nautical miles northeast of the Seychelles, a hotspot for maritime piracy. As tensions escalated, Somali pirates issued a warning, threatening harm to the crew of the Chinese ship, Day Shanghai, if any military operation were launched to rescue them. This ominous message underscored the dangers faced by those held captive by pirates and the delicate balance between negotiation and force in resolving such crises. Despite this, the Chinese government, through Ma Zhaoshu, a spokesperson for the foreign ministry, assured that every effort was being made to secure the ship and its crew's safe return. But this incident wasn't the first time Somali pirates targeted Chinese vessels. In 2008, they attacked 7 Chinese ships, prompting crews to defend themselves using whatever means available, including fire hoses and makeshift Molotov cocktails. Recognizing their bravery, the company awarded each crew member a commendation. Since January 2009, the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy, also called PLAN, has maintained a presence in the Gulf of Aden, escorting ships to protect them from pirates. The PLAN's efforts, including those of its missile frigates and supply ships, had facilitated the safe passage of over 1,100 ships, demonstrating China's commitment to maritime security. International efforts to combat piracy in the region involved warships from 18 different countries, with notable instances of forceful intervention by India, France, and the United States. Indian warship INS Tabar, for instance, destroyed a pirate vessel that posed a threat, while French commandos and U.S. snipers executed daring rescues, albeit with tragic consequences. But why didn't China use force against the Somali pirates attacking their warship? Well, there are 4 main reasons. First off, China follows international rules and respects the sovereignty of other countries, so they didn't want to enter Somali waters without permission from the Somali government. Secondly, the Chinese Navy in that area only had 3 ships, which wasn't enough for a rescue mission in a foreign place. Plus, they lacked good intelligence and air support. Thirdly, China had little experience in combat, especially in anti-piracy operations. So if they failed in a rescue attempt, it would damage their reputation. Lastly, using force against pirates might upset other countries, especially in Southeast Asia, where tensions with China are high. They might view China's decision as problematic, especially if the hijacked ship could be freed by paying a ransom. Despite these challenges, China expressed its commitment to fighting piracy off Somalia and sought cooperation with other nations. This showed China's determination to actively contribute to making the Indian Ocean safer for all. Now, in December 2009, Somali pirates attacked a Chinese ship named the Darshan Hai in the Indian Ocean with 25 Chinese crew members on board. Fortunately, all crew members were rescued by the Chinese Marine Search and Rescue Center at 3 a.m. on December 28, 2009, Beijing time. The Chinese Naval Escort Fleet took charge of protecting the ship, providing medical checkup supplies, and escorting the crew and ship to safety. The Chinese government expressed warm greetings to the rescued crew members and emphasized the importance of safety measures for Chinese ships and crews in dangerous areas. After this incident, pirate attacks in the region quieted down until March 2017, when Somali pirates hijacked a fuel tanker, marking their return to piracy after a 5-year hiatus. During this period of reduced pirate activity, significant changes occurred in the maritime regions of the Western Indian Ocean and the Gulf of Aden, including increased Chinese naval presence. China even expanded its navy and established its first overseas naval facility in Djibouti to support counter-piracy operations. In recent incidents, Chinese naval forces possibly used lethal force against pirates, illustrating their firm stance against piracy. The Chinese Navy has been actively involved in various missions, including evacuations and humanitarian aid operations. However, its actions in the South China Sea have raised concerns among other nations. In March 2017, a planned ship responded to a distress signal from a Tuvalu-flagged cargo ship, the OS-35, which had been attacked by pirates. With assistance from the Indian Navy, the Chinese team ensured the safety of the ship's crew. While China actively participated in combating piracy, it faced challenges in receiving recognition for its efforts. Western media and strategists often viewed China's naval expansion skeptically, suspecting ulterior motives. Despite these challenges, China continued to emphasize its peaceful intentions and its role in protecting global trade routes. As of 2023, China boasts one of the world's largest navies and frequently conducts operations in various waters, including around Taiwan. While some may view these operations as intimidating, China remains focused on protecting its economy, which heavily relies on maritime trade. Piracy in the Indian Ocean decreased over time, but other illegal activities persisted, including smuggling and environmental crimes. Terrorist groups like the Houthis posed threats using sea mines, anti-shipping missiles, and drones. The Bab al-Mandeb Strait, a critical maritime choke point, faced threats from terrorist activities. Pirate activities shifted to other illegal pursuits, including smuggling arms to conflicts like Yemen. Given the intense clash between Somali pirates and a Chinese warship, what's the most effective approach? Negotiation and ransom payments, or forceful military interventions? Share your thoughts in the comments below.